And we're live. Hopefully, a bunch of people join in. So we're gonna wait a little bit for people to join in and everything. I just thought I would go live today, do something a little different. What is this one? Answer viewer questions live. Don't we do that anyways? Oh yeah. So let's do. I'm gonna turn the volume off so it doesn't play anything. YouTube. Come. Just waiting for everybody to come in and get things set up. All right, because I do want to share. Oh, yeah. I just saw the thumbnail for today, so there we go. It's actually kind of funny. It is a funny one. So for those who didn't get to see last video, be sure to check it out. It has to be one of the best adventures I've ever been on. So definitely check out last video if you guys haven't seen it yet. It's been up for just a few days now. I'm definitely going to be on the road again, filming again soon. It's just a matter of kind of getting things together and keeping everything else afloat. No, this is live. What is Memorex? I don't even know what that is, Mark. I've never heard of that. But yeah, we're going to wait for more people to join and see how everything goes. So there's going to be changes to the channel too, but camping is staying. So you don't have to worry about that. Camping videos will be a thing. But I was going to explain a few things that have been going on. A few changes to the channel and stuff have been made. So that's something I will announce. Hey, Shelly. What's going on? I'm in the baby's room right now. Because like there's no room downstairs in the old office that I used to use. There's just no room. So I can't use that. Yeah, I know. It's been forever. I haven't done a live stream in God knows how long. I don't even know when. I haven't even talked to Kirst Urban in a little while because we usually text each other back and forth all the time. Like, hey, you doing a video? Are you doing a video? Like, what are we doing and stuff like that. It's kind of wild. Yeah, it's a cool. It honestly looks like I'm outside. There's like clouds and things and trees and everything like that. So oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of Memorex. Maybe some people use it. I don't know. Still today, so yeah. But yeah, there will be some changes to the channel and things like that. It's mainly a lot of it's mainly to do with the my Bigfoot show and stuff like that. So I'll be mentioning that a little later. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's been really well. Everything with the family is good. So that's awesome. Been very busy, kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? And it actually just a day or so ago, we had like a big break. Me and Betty we wanted to go to a show, so we went and saw a show. A few of our friends are in a band, and they did really well. It was a great turnout. A bunch of people came, and we got to meet them and talk to them and everything like that. So it was actually a lot of fun. Really cool. It was like a local band, not local Barrie, but like in Ontario. So it was really nice. Yeah. From your favorite cryptid. Nice. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we're still going to be doing lots of Bigfoot hunting. That's for sure. There's actually a bit of a surprise that I'll announce in this chat to do with the Bigfoot show. So it's good. It'll be great, man. It'll be great. Hi, everybody. What is going on today? So there are going to be a few. I'm going to wait. I'll see if more people come in here before we like really get started. But yeah. No, we had a great night out. It was awesome. The bands playing were good. So there was one band that was kind of obnoxious. They were the first group. It's always that first group. You're kind of like, You know what I mean? Like, because you go there to see whoever you're going to see. That's mainly it, right? And we already knew the band that we liked and everything like that, and that we're friends with them now, meeting them and stuff. So yeah, they did really good. And it was funny because the singer, he's like, "Oh man, I was so bad." And I'm like, "What do you mean you were bad? Like everything was perfect, right?" But he's like, "Oh, I have a cold and whatever." And I'm like, "Really?" Because I really couldn't tell. Like his voice was just excellent the whole time and everything. So it was really good. We were kind of freaked out though, because we haven't walked around the city of Hamilton before. So with that being said, we didn't know what to do. We're like, oh my god, like I hope you don't get like mugged or anything like that. But I kept telling Betty, because I'm totally relaxed when I'm out in the city or I'm out walking around. So to me, I'm not really afraid of. I mean, I should be more aware, but I'm not really afraid of danger and things. I just don't think about it. You know what I mean? It's just not in the back of my head. Like if something happens, then I'll attend to it. But I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not like, oh, danger. You know what I mean? Like walking around, because then you just look suspicious and odd, right? But yeah, it was great time. It was awesome. We went to Betty's favorite donut shop. It was Krispy Kreme. So we got a few things there, and they actually make really good coffee. I was surprised. So I got a mug. I got a Krispy Kreme mug, and we had coffee and donuts and things like that. So it was a little nice. And then it was funny. We actually had two dinners. We were enjoying the night and everything. And we were coming home. We're like, why don't we go out again? We are kind of hungry. We had so much coffee that day though. That's me and Betty. We love coffee. We love conversation, and we love travel. I think that was one thing that me and Betty always had a lot in common, is we like travel and trips and things like family trips and stuff as well. But we really like doing trips together, and we just try to make the best of it. You know what I mean? When you're going on a trip, you don't want to talk politics, you don't want to talk drama, you don't want to be. It's your day. You know what I mean? So go out and just, like, relax, take a load off, have a coffee, you know what I mean? Take in the fresh air, take in the sightseeing and things like that. So, but it was funny because we first get to Hamilton, and it was just like, if we were to rate the city, we are just like, no. You know what I mean? Like outside, it smells like sewage. Like it actually smells terrible. Like the air and everything, the atmosphere. We're like, oh gosh, it smells so bad outside. Everywhere you go, it smelled like that, and it was smog. So it was like, I don't know if the city's like overpopulated or something like that, but it was like really smoggy and everything like that. So that's kind of why we were, she was feeling like a little nervous and stuff. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, we should just kind of keep our distance from other people and all this other stuff walking around. But it actually turned out to be a good night. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of food, and we had a lot of coffee. So like I think the coffee was the only thing that was keeping us alive. We were just like, oh yeah, we're going. Awesome. Hey Daniel. Hello, Brad, and everyone. Shelly, oh my gosh, you walk through the dark woods all the time. You can handle a city walk once in a while. Yeah, I know. I know, that's so true. Going into the suburbs of the city and stuff like. I actually enjoy walking around cities and stuff. It was mostly Toronto. I really liked Toronto, old buildings, landscapes, and things like that. Not much of a forest. Like it's a city, right? But apparently, it's one of our best cities, I guess, in Canada, like the biggest and things like that. There's not a lot to do there, but there's museums, and there's the CN Tower. Everybody sees the CN Tower when they first come to Canada. It's on all of our keychains and T-shirts and things like that for Canada. So I guess it's a big thing, Toronto and stuff. So, well, and a lot of our movies and Hollywood and things like, it's all filmed in Toronto or British Columbia. So British Columbia is another place that, a lot of our big films and stuff are made and all that. So I would love to travel, but my cat doesn't like my driving. What cat does? I remember when I had a cat and taking him out to Elliott Lake, and he was panting. And I've never seen this before. I'm like, out of it, like I've seen dogs pant, because I mean that's a normal thing with a dog, but I've never seen a cat pant. I'm like, is he alive? Like, is he actually gonna make it? You know what I mean? My cat's just like, his tongue's out and everything. I'm like, I've never seen my cat do that. I never saw him before. This is way before he passed away and everything like that. But yeah, we're going out there and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm not going to wait too long for too many people to come on because I know everybody's busy and I'm not sure how many people will come on, but yeah, just there are going to be some changes regarding the Bigfoot show. There will be a cast change, unfortunately. There was just mixed emotions and mixed opinions and things going on and stuff like that. So it was just, I don't know, there was creative differences, and the creative differences weren't like the biggest thing, but there were like obstacles that you I guess you got to face when you are a YouTuber and stuff like that. It's like, is this going to impact the channel in a specific way, or like negatively, right? And there were some of that going on, and I was trying to communicate something with another member, and it was personal about somebody else in the group, and apparently it didn't go to their messenger, it went to the group chat for some reason, which is weird. So when you make a group chat, you put your name in there, so it's like, okay, so you sync. So when you're messaging and stuff, it's like, oh, this is Brad's messaging, oh, so and so is messaging. So anyways, this had happened, and it caused confusion and negative, you know what I mean, impact and everything like that. And so like there was members that had quit and stuff like that, and I said, like, you know what, it is what it is at the end of the day. I can't have it impact the channel in a negative way. That was my only thing. Like, I don't mind doing hobbies on the side, but this is still a job. Like, this might not end up being a full-time job at all. It's a hobbyist thing, but it's still a job. Like, I get paid to do this, so I can't have it being a big negative like a downturn or whatever. So like, you guys see it as like, oh man, he's got this many views on a video, he must be doing great. That's not really how YouTube works. So there's watch time hours. It shows what people, like, where people are watching the video, where people are not watching the video and stuff like. And there was just big gaps that were skipped and things like that. So that's what I kind of addressed. And like I said, there was negative impact, like, on all sides and stuff like that, which started arguments and things. So I just decided to kind of walk away in the sense of like, okay, like, this is how they feel, this is how I feel. We're kind of not all seeing eye to eye, obviously, on this decision and things like that. So eventually it just ended up being like, you know what, like, it's best, we kind of decided this, like, it's best if we go our separate ways and stuff like that. So I decided to do with the Bigfoot show in the future is have guest stars, and I'll just have my name in the credits, being like, okay, like, like, I'll star in the show and do what I can and everything like that, and hopefully have guest stars pop in different episodes all the time, and lend their expertise to the Bigfoot hunting or treasure hunting if that's what they wish. So there will be there'll be a new intro done up and everything like that, and different, I don't know, it might go in a different direction. I haven't totally decided. And I haven't fully decided on whether, like, there is going to be treasure hunting or not. I have a magnet fishing set. I don't have things like, what is it called, metal detectors and things like that. So I don't have those things. I'm not experienced in that. So I'm not sure. Maybe it'll go into survival exploring and Bigfoot hunting. Like, so I want to pair a few things together, so it's not just Bigfoot hunting and it bores people, because I know there's some people that they're not interested in that, right? But yeah, so there's going to be obviously different cast and stuff like that. It'll most likely be starring me, but having guest stars all the time. And I think that's the biggest thing to do, because when you start a show with a group of people, it's like having a band, and just say your band's bass player is not working out and you have to replace them. It could impact the other members because maybe they like that person or whatever. This stuff happens, you know what I mean? And there's nothing you can do about it. There's no point in arguing about it, because it's just, you know what I mean? It's, I see things one way, that person sees things this way, this person has a different perspective. So it's like, that happens. And when you're in a group and you need to all be on one, you know what I mean, one chain of thought, and like, okay, like, we need to be in one direction and we need to be together on this. it makes it hard because, like I said, a bunch of people have their own opinions and stuff. So it just, there's things that were happening that were negatively impacting the channel to do with watch time and other things. And obviously things got mixed up in this message and stuff like that. And some people got their feelings hurt, and vice versa. And it was just a clash. So I decided it's probably best. I should never have done it. I literally should have started this show as having guest stars, not actually have a solid group from the beginning. And I didn't really think of it like that. You know what I mean? It would have been a lot easier. But not only that, nobody's feelings would have gotten hurt. Nobody would have been let go because it's just, it's just a guest star kind of coming in. Maybe I'll return or something for fun. So a lot to do with that. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's no I in team. Like, it's literally like you're all a group and you get along and you guys have a solid vibe together. Otherwise, you don't. And so, obviously, there were things that were happening that were kind of upsetting different people as we went. There were a few cancellations too. So there was cancellations of some trips where we kind of thought about, like, oh, maybe we'll go to Algonquin Park and do Bigfoot hunting there and stuff like that. And that got canceled to do with jobs, like, because we all have jobs. Like, we literally do. I don't do this full time. This is more of a hobby thing, but it does help income at the end of the month. And yeah, there was just a lot of things happening all at once. You know what I mean? To get the show on the road. So it is what it is, but that's what's going on with that. But yeah, no change with the camping videos. I'm still gonna do that. I really, yeah. Oh yeah. So somebody's mentioning Stacy's Brad. I'm happy you and Cursed Urban talk. Mood for him. Awesome videos. We do want to collab. Me and Cursed Urban have been talking about it for months. About, like, when should we actually officially collab? Because we really want to do it, get together, make videos. And I don't know what we would do. I don't know if we would go back and do a Randonautica. That was always in talks of, like, maybe we'll do like one or two Randonautica videos, and maybe we'll also hit camping as well. So yeah, but I definitely check out last video. That's one thing I'm trying to mention in this one. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a great video, an amazing explorer. I can't believe I caught all that on film in one go. Like, literally just walking, and then all this stuff started happening. So it is a really, really good video. I was proud of doing that one. And the only thing I was kind of bugging me is the night vision only has so much range. It's like 8 to 10 feet. And then you can't see anything because IR lights, the ones that are really good, they're very expensive. And, like, I wasn't about to shell out money for that. I got a secondary IR light, which brightened it, which got some distance. But yeah, when you're in, like, I don't know, like, if you're in a setting and you can't see so far away, so, like, you're trying to see the scenery, you're trying to see these things, and you can't see that. And not only that, so I didn't tell anybody this. When you have a night vision camera, you actually cannot see. I can't see anything. If I'm gonna see where I'm walking or where I'm going, I have to look at the screen. So here I am trying to look at the screen, and, like, that I'll be, like, kind of edging it to the ground too, to see where I'm, like, stepping, like, so I don't step into a hole or whatever. It's a different. It's not as easy as what people think. When you have night vision cameras, you can't see anything because the light is invisible to human eye. So since those lights are invisible to the human eye, the only thing that can see it is the camera's lens. The camera's lens is the only thing that picks up that light and has it spread or do whatever. So that was a real big experience for me. I mean, I should have honestly been with Angelo and saying, hey, could you show me how a night vision camera works, how it operates, and how do I use it appropriately for film? And it's so funny. I just coming into it like, oh yeah, I bought a night vision camera. This is gonna be great. And I'm, like, filming it. I'm just like a little baby using it. I'm like, how do I do this? I can't see anything. I absolutely couldn't see anything last video. It was so funny. And amazing that I actually got out of the cemetery scene, because I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I really don't know. I'm walking into things. I'm walking into stones. I'm tripping and falling in these like big holes in the ground and things like that. It was wild. It was really funny. Yeah, yeah. I don't know who Jer Bear is. I'm not sure who that YouTuber is. I've never met him. But oh yeah, here comes Karen Vinnan. You're the boss, Brad. It's your baby. Do it your way. Yeah, exactly. And like I should have done it that way. I should have had it as my own show and just had people come on as guest stars and stuff like that. But we have big news. So this is the juicy news that I wanted to mention, because I don't want to like keep you guys on and wait just to see like how many subscribers come on tonight. But yeah, so we're gonna have guest celebrities on episode 3. And not only that, Betty will make an appearance. So Betty's actually going to be in all of episode 3. So you can see my wife and you can see what she lends to the Bigfoot hunt and everything. I'm super excited about it because, like I've told you, my favorite adventures have always been with my wife Betty. Like what was it? I was actually really mad about this. So me and her, we did Niagara Falls, and I had all planned out and set up. Everything was great for that trip, all the locations, but somebody had said that the music that we used it was copyrighted and all this. But meanwhile, somewhere else online, and this is before I ever used Epidemic Sound, which Angelo hooked me up. Thank you, Angelo, for hooking me up with Epidemic Sound. But we had to borrow music online to use in our episodes and stuff like that. And somebody basically got the video demonetized because the intro song, they said that was theirs, but they had two different channels saying one was said it was copyright free, the other one said that it was copyrighted. So we got nailed, and I had to actually pull the episode and re-upload it, which massively hurt it. It hurt the video so bad, till it was completely destroyed in views and everything. And but yeah, like I said, like the best content, in my opinion, my favorite content I've ever done is on like trips with my wife Betty and doing the YouTube thing and stuff like that, because then I'm not alone. That's my best friend, and we talk to each other, we hash things out. But not only that, we haven't had, I can't really say that me and her have ever had like a negative experience in a trip setting, because like I said, we've already been stressed out from work, and then stuff that's going on in home life and all this other stuff. So we kind of just we're like, you know what, we're going to just take a load off and breathe and have fun and enjoy each other's space and enjoy trips and enjoy the travel and things like that. So, but yeah, it's gonna be really, really exciting. I'm super excited. Betty's gonna be part of next episode. But yeah, we got some celebrity guest stars. I'm really excited about this. The two lead members of Sons of Butcher. So I don't know if you guys ever saw Teletoon or Teletoon Retro. So they were part of a cartoon that was really, really funny. And when me and Betty started dating, right, she introduced me to this band and their and the show, because they're band guys on the show, but they also perform live, which is really cool. So they're called Sons of Butcher, and they'd go on really late at night because their show just kept getting pushed until they eventually got canceled, which really sucks. But anyways, we decided to team up with them. Apparently, Jay, who plays Dougie in the show, he's a huge Bigfoot fan. Huge. He absolutely loves Bigfoot. He talks about it all the time. And I remember messaging Trevor, who plays Ricky in the show, this cartoon, and I said, "What are the odds of getting you and Dougie, being Jay, out in the woods looking for a real Sasquatch?" And they're just like, "Oh man, you have no idea. We've been waiting forever for someone to ask us that," because of how much Jay absolutely loves Bigfoot. Ever since he was a little kid, in his drawers, he literally wanted to see the Bigfoot. So we're getting them involved, and we're really, really excited on this next adventure. So I hope that you guys are part of that with us. There'll be a new intro, and like I said, that's what I plan on doing, is a special guest, and not just like famous special guests, okay? Like I want to find people that are like really interested in Bigfoot and they're just like, "Hey Brad, like what are the odds of you filming with me and also looking for the big creature and getting out and maybe I can lend my expertise or my knowledge of Bigfoot or anything like that because it's a big community. When you go online, and I don't know if you guys noticed this, I was talking to Angelo about this in last video with me and Angelo. But Bigfoot is booming all over the US. I heard about sightseeing in Oregon and these other states around and stuff, and it's been a big thing in Canada. A bunch of sites coming up like spottings, Bigfoot. So that's been going on right now. And yeah, we've just been so amped. I've actually been waiting patiently for Angelo to get back so we can continue Bigfoot hunting to capture because everybody wants to capture the creature on film. You know what I mean? There's a lot of AI going on right now and it sucks. It's really ruining it for the rest of us because it's basically denying credibility of is this thing actually real? Is it false? Is it a hoax? It's making it to be a hoax where there actually is real, legitimate video footage of the creature that's not AI. And people are just going and saying now that those are AI because of this AI thing being a big thing, right? I mean, first there was CGI, and CGI, a lot of people are doing that to fake the videos, or it's a dude in a costume, like a big furry costume that costs like maybe $2,000 or whatever, and it looks legit, but it isn't. So I'm really hoping that we get things going again, and the show can revitalize and honestly grow. But yeah, I have a few friends I might be seeing in the summertime. I got my friend Nick, so he's down doing things. So I'm excited about that. I don't know. Read some of your messages here because I'm just going off. I'm like, okay. So Shelly's like, you're right. Stacy says, I would love to see you, Brad and Dan Jerbear. Okay, I already read that message, so we got that. Exploring with Bear. He's a good one to collab with. I don't know him. I've never met him or anything, but yeah, that would be a really good collab for sure. Hey, come on, Betty. Glad you're jumping in. Yeah, it was funny. It was a last minute thing. I'll tell you why she joined too. It's funny because she wasn't planning on it, right? So we got Andrea Ashe. Hi, Brad. I'm glad you came back. I love watching your adventures and I love watching you. I never seen you live before. I'm in Springfield, Missouri. We watch you clear down here in the Ozarks. That's awesome. Shelly's like, take a breath. I know I do. I drink too much coffee, and I think that makes me talk faster. I don't know, maybe. It's weird too. The mic on this laptop, it's terrible and stuff. So I'm like relying on the lighting in the room and everything to create that vibe. No, I'm glad. Yeah, well, awesome that you came to this live. You were able to see it, so that's great. But yeah, a lot of adventures in the summer, kind of behind the scenes and things like that. And like I said, I won't be doing this full time, obviously, because I'm still out trying to find good work and stuff to get my get back on the road on my feet and everything like that. But when I do a video, it'll definitely be worth watching because I'll try to capture really good adventures that you guys would like to see and stuff in the summer. I have been interested in Tobermory, and I've never ever been there, but apparently there's shipwrecks there. There's islands and things like that. And I think the ships are from, I don't know if the ships are from World War II or where they are. Actually, you know what? Let's Google it right now. Let's Google this, see where they are. What are the shipwrecks in Tobermory from? We'll see if there's any history on this. Okay, here we go. So this talking about Tobermory, one of the locations that it's been on my mind for ages. And I really want to go there. I really want to see this place. I want to see what it's like. So it says primarily dating from the late 19th to early 20th centuries, these cold water, well-preserved wrecks, including famous sites like The Sweepstakes, 1885, and Arabia, 1884, are popular for diving, snorkeling, and glass-bottom boat. Okay, so let's see what happened. Sweepstakes, this is one of the ships, 1885, a 119-foot schooner that sank in Big Tub Harbor, arguably the most famous and accessible wreck. So that's there. City of Grand Rapids, 1907, a passenger steamer that burned and sank near the Sweepstakes. Okay, that's wild. What's funny is all these ships are close together, which makes it very ominous and interesting. Like, okay, like how did this all happen? And here's the other ship, the Arabia, 1884, a three-masted bark that lies in deeper water near Echo Island. And then the Niagara 2, 1999, a 182-foot sandsucker purposely sunk to create a diving attraction. So that one was on purpose. So that doesn't really count. Doesn't count. You can't just sink a ship and say, oh man, this is a great discovery, right? That's just a little weird. Oh, wait, here we go. We got more. City of Cleveland, 1901, a 255-foot steamer popular with divers. And then the Forest City, 1904, a 216-foot, three-masted wooden steamer. So that was sunk there as well. So all these ships are down there. And like obviously I won't ever get a diving license or anything like that. Like it's just I get anxiety doing it, but I have a friend that has one and I was going to see if maybe he'd be willing to film and go down and do it and I could communicate with them and have that on film and stuff like that. So like you guys that have the conversation for me, but you'll have him go down in there. I would love to scuba dive. I'd love to learn. It's too much money and it's too much work and everything like that. But if my friend does it, then it would be great to capture that and definitely lend that to the channel. So that'd be cool. So this one says the tugs, several small wooden tugboats such as the Alice G and others sunken in shallow water. So that one might be accessible. Maybe we can explore that. I don't know. How long can I hold my breath? I don't know. I'd have to see. I really don't know. So here's these other notable sites. The Charles P. Minch, 1898, a wooden vessel that met its end near the area. Mary Ward, 1909, a steamship that ran onto a reef. Oh, that's terrible. That would definitely destroyed it. So many of these sites are visible through guided tours or private boat trips in the shallow waters of Big Tub Harbor or deeper, clear waters of Lake Huron. So there's a bunch of shipwrecks there. They're really awesome. They've been a big attraction for so many years and stuff like that. So I have been interested, but there's like the land of Tobermory too and the forest nearby and things like that. So that might be something I actually do explore and check that out and see how that goes. Yeah. I've actually only done this is back when I did do like the paranormal stuff a lot. Was the what is it? The SS Keewatin. It's a ship, and I think it's haunted. I'm not positive, but it was built before the Titanic, and it actually looks like the Titanic too. And so the SS Keewatin, it used to be in Port McNichol, and then it got moved. And I'm not sure where the ship is being moved now. I think somebody bought the ship and it's elsewhere, but it's this luxurious ship, and there's all kinds of stuff on board. I actually have that on film. So if you go way back into my videos, when I started as a YouTuber, that was one of the locations we did. Actually, that's another one I did with Betty right there. So a lot of, like I said, some of my best work was with her. And I think the best trip I ever went on was Grosse Isle. And it was this quarantine island. So it's like all the Irish settlers and people that were moving to Canada, well, Irish immigrants as well, moving to Canada. And if you had like, if they thought or suspected that you had this, you had to go check in. Tuberculosis, cholera, smallpox, all those things. It was like Anthrax Island. It was literally the island that you went and you were not allowed into the country unless you went there first to be checked out if you had an infectious, contagious disease. So there was a lot of that going on. And that, I had to say, that was honestly the best video I've ever made. I had this beautiful gimbal where everything looks very smooth and the pans and everything like that. So that is also up on the channel. You guys can check that. Be sure to check out last video though. This was one of the best explores that I've done so far. So there's a lot of that going on. But yeah, like I said before, there's been changes to the Bigfoot show and stuff. But I'm hoping that it's honestly going to be better changes, having different guests on all the time and hanging out with them too. That's what I want to do. I want to kind of have a show that's like, I don't know, like you know how Seinfeld had Seinfeld, which was all the action and the adventure, and then he had comedians with coffee. I kind of wanted like that kind of idea where it's like a cross between hanging out and then doing adventure. So that's kind of what I want to do with the Bigfoot show in the future. Is like we hang out, we have a coffee, we talk about things, we have stories to tell and things like that. We get to learn about each other, and then we decide on the adventure and a little bit of research because I know you guys don't want to hear an hour of research. I've got like I learned that very thoroughly putting the last 2 episodes out. Like you don't want to hear like a whole spiel of talking about the research and history. So we're gonna keep that to a minimal. Just cover the basic stuff that you guys want to hear 100%, and then just go. So, but that's what I want to do. I kind of want it to be because I noticed I actually noticed that this is funny. I noticed this from Angelo's channels that on his travel channel, it may not get crazy amount of views or anything like that, but most subscribers were drawn to the fact that they learn a little bit about us personally, our personal lives, and like getting to know us and our humor and all the stuff that goes along with us, and then seeing the adventure. So that's and I got that kind of watching Frank and Angelo because I'm like, wouldn't it be good to have a show and to do my channel like that where we have guests and we hang out, we talk, and then we go on the adventure together, and they get to see, you know, the humor in it, they get to see the danger in it, they get to see the excitement and the adventure. So that's kind of what I want to do with the future of Exploring with Brad is I want to have different guests on all the time so I'm not alone, because that's a big thing. A lot of people saying like, I don't want to see you get hurt one day. And I thought that the cave thing was way too close. So you can go back. I'm pretty positive it's the last cave explore I've ever done to do with Wendigo stuff. And I actually did almost die. I was in this cave. I was running out of air. I was really, really below ground. I don't even know the depth of it, but the oxygen level was low because I was actually panting and everything down there. It's crazy. Like if I had to count people, like my height, I think I'm 5'8". It probably would have been like 24 Brads going all the way. I don't know how many feet that is, depths below ground or whatever, but we were really, really low underground where if I would just breathe, even now with the heat that's outside and it being warm and everything, that you could see my breath down there. It was so cold and everything. But yeah, I noticed I want to try doing this more with other people, not all by myself anymore where there's dangers present. I want to have guest stars come on and we work together as a team. We do these explores and it's a lot safer. It's a lot more, you guys will like it because there'll be more entertainment because you're talking with the partner and you both are lending, you know, your expertise and your knowledge to the adventure part of it and everything like that. So there'll be one guy that I'll be teaming up with this summer. His YouTube is Decades of Decay. So let's put that here. I think this is his link. If it's not, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But you guys can check it out. You don't have to hit the @ one there because I don't know if that's it, but that's the name of his channel. So you can just put Decades underscore of underscore decay. So you can look him up. He was a bando guy. So he did abandoned buildings and tours and things like that. So in the summer, so definitely like him and subscribe to him. He'll be joining me in the summer and we'll be going on some really groovy adventures together. I love this kid. It's funny because one of my best friends, Dan Albuquerque, he looks identical and they're actually related. They're cousins and stuff. And just certain things he says, Dan says the exact same things and everything like that. So it's really interesting to have him on board. He's got boats, he's got everything. So to go on ventures with this guy, we're actually going to be doing real life adventures, and it's going to be exciting. I have a friend that gave me Chris. He gave me a magnet fishing set, so maybe we can add a little bit of that. That's what I can do for treasure hunting. So I have a magnet fishing set, so we have that to bring to the channel. So we'll be doing a little bit of magnet fishing, survivalist training, like survival exploring in the woods, Bigfoot hunting, a little bit of all that. So that's kind of what I want to do with the show, but I also want to kind of do that with the channel too. Is I want to have the whole adventure vibe just times 10. You know what I mean? If we find something interesting in Canada or this province of Ontario that's really neat, even if it's a park or a conservation area or just something that's really neat and very cinematic, then that's something that we for sure want to cover for you guys so that you guys can see it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. To do with everything, I'm happy to answer questions as we go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Decades of Decay. He did have short videos. I'm not sure if he has long videos too. You know what? Let me find him so I can actually link him. He doesn't make videos anymore. I always keep saying, man, you should, because his videos are they're really good. I don't know if that's his channel or not. This one says USA. Let me just see. Oh, this is another guy. Yeah, so maybe there's a few people that have the same name. All right, wait, let me look here because that's a different. It's not the USA one. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to find him so that I can link you guys to his channel. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so his last video was literally 4 years ago. But me and him, we would go on these amazing adventures together, doing abandoned buildings and things like that. And we had an awful lot of fun together doing it. So let's just link him in the chat. So this is his actual channel. So be sure to subscribe to him. So I just put him in the chat, and don't worry, this chat won't go anywhere. After this video airs, this chat will still be here, so you guys can look up and find out this information. So I'll be exploring with him this summer, and my friend James. James does not have a YouTube channel; he's a photographer, but Decades of Decay, he was more so a photographer. He was never really a filmmaker. He kind of started doing the film later on and stuff, and then just like that was a thing, like doing abandoned buildings and doing explores and stuff. Like, I'm in the baby's room right now, that's why it's two cribs, crib here. Yeah, I'm the man of two cribs. That's what's going on. But yeah, lots of cool stuff, man. I'm hoping I see more province stuff this summer. I don't know. I don't know what's in store right now. The economy is really weird right now in Canada and all of North America, like stuff going on with the states. So one thing I can say that's been an impact, not only this channel, but everybody's channel as a whole, is this war on Iran. So since that's going on right now, the economy in the States is just, it's like an algorithm. It's just all over the place. And that's impacted not only my channel, but everybody else's channel. So if you see videos being lower views than what we always get and stuff like that, it's not because you guys aren't watching us anymore or anything like that. It's because there's literally less ad revenue. There's less this, there's less that. So videos are not being, they're not being promoted as they used to be. They're not being shared and everything like that. Because that's what happens is when you first upload a video to YouTube, there's about a 48-hour window of where it's promoted and everything like that. And when it's not really reaching to what it's supposed to, that all drops to nothing. And that's what's happening, but it's happening much sooner because they're less promoting them. They're like, oh, well, we don't think many people will be into this, and they're not promoting it as much as what they used to. And so that's why you'll probably see a big downfall in everyone's views, not just mine, but even channels like I haven't even spoken of like Angelo's and everybody else's. Like if they're usually getting 50,000, maybe they're getting 25,000. If I'm usually getting 6,000 to 10,000, now I'm getting only 4,000. It's because of the war in Iran, and that's really put a halt on YouTube and everything like that. But the way you look at it is that you shouldn't, for one being a YouTuber, you should never consider this a full-time job. It's literally like playing the lottery. Either you're going to get lucky and something's going to go viral, or you're going to get good views, or you're not. So you should always consider like, okay, like I actually need a real career. This is a hobby. If I make some money on the side, then that's kind of cool. And that's the way that we should all look at this, is that it's that. There are people that make, millions or whatever, and maybe it doesn't matter to them. They can just publish a video and people will watch it just because they like them, or they find that creator attractive, or whatever, so on and so forth, right? Like there's so many reasons why people enjoy a creator or they don't enjoy them. So yeah, a lot of that going on. But yeah, definitely check. Yeah, so it's a different Decades of Decay, man. I don't think it's the one that you guys are thinking of. There's an older man, and I'm like, no, that's not the guy. It's a totally different person. Yeah, 4 years ago. So I'm hoping he gets back into it because he was getting good at it. He was more of, like, I don't know if you guys have heard of photography. He's an amazing creator. He's always making videos. He just filming abandoned places was his thing. And that's what me and Nick did. We back in the day, before I ever got monetized or hired, we loved doing abandoned buildings and abandoned places. So we were constantly doing new things and new locations, and we just wanted to expand it and grow and stuff like that. But a few people just got dissuaded, like, oh, I never got hired. This never happened. Ever since I got hired, I just noticed, I'm like, okay, I understand what this is all about. Like the entertainment business. You know what I mean? You shine bright and then you don't shine bright. And then sometimes you can catch that shine again. So that's why I always tell people that in this business, like, it doesn't matter what you do or even how big you are right now. You could be worth absolutely nothing in the next few months or whatever. You know what I mean? So you can't look at this as a solid foundation, because you don't want to purposely bankrupt yourself or hurt yourself in any way like that. That's why a lot of us, we have other jobs, we have other things that we do, and we have to put this on hold to do those things and then come back to you guys, right? So that's a lot of that. Like people like Angelo, they're lucky right now because they just have such a big, booming, vibrant audience that so many will still watch them even when things are hit with this war and all the stuff that's going on. So they're still able to continue what they're doing, and it doesn't really affect their impact their income and everything like that, since they're full time. So they can just keep going and going. With me, I'm like, I don't mean to pick on myself or whatever, but I'm low on the pole of creators. Like this is a really small channel. We got a little cult following here, like a, you know what I mean, a small following that's just always watching us and stuff like that and keeping us going. But like I am a low guy on the pole. I'm not a big YouTuber making lots of money or out there or whatever. And to me, the way I look at it now is, instead of having all this ego being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be on top of the world one day, I'm like, no, you know what I mean? If it happens, that's great. But I'm not expecting to happen. I'm not expecting it to happen anytime soon. I'm not really thinking of that. I'm thinking of like, okay, like what can I do for now to, you know what I mean, excel and see like what kind of career opportunities are out there for me, right? So that's what I'm thinking of. It's even like I've even had friends, man, that have been in the sports and they've been great hockey players, and then maybe they finally make it to the NHL and then they're not anymore. You know what I mean? Like you have to expect that you can't expect just be on the top and then be there forever, and everything's just going to be perfect for you, right? Because it, like, everything is good until it isn't. And that's the same thing that I learned doing the Bigfoot show. I never made a show before, ever. This is the first time I've ever done a show. This is the first time I've ever had an experience, like a group experience, last this long. Because a lot of the group experiences I've had in the past, like, it's, they're little things like in school and things like that. They weren't really something like this where either it's all going to go all the way, otherwise it's not. And this really hit me. I'm just like, okay, wow, like I see things differently. This person in the group, they see things differently. The next person in the group, they see things differently. So we all had different visions of what this show was going to be, and it just, our visions didn't line up. The things that we were doing didn't really match. So you know what I mean. So that was kind of an impact on me. I'm like, okay, wow, okay, so the building a show, it's not all rainbows and sunshines. It's not all great. It could be fights, not getting along. You know what I mean? You're on the road together, you're in hotels together, and you're just like, you just not getting along, you're fighting or you're arguing and things like that. I'm like, I don't want that. I've been more happier by myself, and then having guests. Like I said, like having guests and come on and everything. I think the only trip that I can say I never regret, I love mentioning him, is Braden. Because like I know me and Braden, we have had that, okay? Like in any relationship, whether it's a friendship or like we have a friendship, but we also have a partnership relationship with Randonautica, and he was there. You know what I mean? Like there were a lot of times he wasn't there, but when he was on set, he's like, "Let's go," and I'm like, okay, are you ready for me, baby? Or are you not ready? He's like, no, let's go. He was full on, like, get the camera, you know what I mean? Let's get the shoes, the big boy boots on, the big boy pants on, and let's go. Like I thought that the Bigfoot show was going to be that. I honestly, because I never had it. I never had a group, like I said, like not even like in bands really last that long. You know what I mean? Like everything was really short. It started and then it just kind of ended. But with this, I really had this whole vision like, oh, we're going to go on for years doing this and stuff like that. And it's like, no, we're not. Like I said, everything is perfect until it ain't, right? I Dan, what's up? The Dan B's on. Bobby's like, I totally understand doing things yourself because you can't depend on people. Just being honest, and that's honest truth. Is that that's just how things are. You know what I mean in real world. So what is Shelly saying here? Where is Betty? Have her come in and you guys can answer some questions. No, Betty's busy right now. She's with the kids and everything like that. But yeah, like I'm really excited about this summertime. The weather has been kind of tipsy topsy here. We had snow today, and I honestly thought, okay, it's over. Summer tires are going on. And then today happened. I'm like, okay, even though the snow hasn't stayed on the ground, I'm like, I don't think I should put the summers on yet. We can't do this. It's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to wait to put the summers on. Oh, Bobby Joe's like, I want to meet Betty. Hi, Betty. Yeah, so she'll be in the next Bigfoot one. So she will be in that episode. Okay, so this is how it happened, though. So we were all at the show. The concert ended, and we got to meet the guys in the band. We have talked to them throughout the years, like just random messages here and there. You know what I mean? We were more of acquaintances than friends or anything like that. But what had happened was yeah, like I said, I reached out to them about the Bigfoot thing. I'm like, would you be interested in being like, I've always wanted to ask you guys this. I saw that, Dougie, which is the character Doug, his real name's Jay. And I asked him, I said, would you guys ever be willing to go squatch hunting with me? And I said, you could say yes or no. If it's no, don't, no hard feelings. You know what I mean? I get no's every single day, every single week. And they were totally up for it. They just like totally redeemed myself. You know, like asked them, like, I'm glad I asked the question because they're so fully down. So after the show, anyways, we got to meet Jay and we got to meet Trevor, and that's the characters Ricky and Doug from the show Sons of Butcher. And we were just ecstatic. We were like, oh, this is so awesome, because when me and Betty first started dating, we watched the show on Teletoon. We heard their songs. Yeah, and it's like, you guys might find the songs offensive and everything. We just thought they were so funny that, like, you know what I mean? Like, we really got into the show and stuff like that and get excited about it. But anyways, what had happened was, near the end of the night, Trevor just goes and hugs Betty, and he's like, so you're coming, right? And she's like, yeah. Like last minute she decides on coming with us and everything. So the fact is, we're going in a big group, so we'll be safe. I have some really beautiful places in the woods to show them. I do believe I found a real nest. It was in one of the last videos where I thought I found a bear print. It was like this huge, it was almost like a human, like, you know, the human's back foot, what is it, the heel? It was like a heel this big, and then you could see that there was a body of a foot, and then there were little toes. And I'm like, this is insane. I've never seen a footprint that big. Somebody said that I should get a cast. Some people said that it could have been a bear, but like my money's on, like, I'm hoping that it's something Sasquatch related, like when he put his foot down. But yeah, I found broken trees, like snapped right in half. And but the what made this interesting, this nest, was they're literally whole trees, and they were bent like a U around this other tree, with other trees going up, making a teepee. And where it was, the location that it was, being in the deep woods, off trail and everything. And I'm like, no human beings would have done this. It was literally in the middle of nowhere. You go out there and you literally get lost. You would not, you would not be able to find your way back to the trail or anything. So to me, I honestly think it's a real location. I want to set up bait down there. And so there's things that we can bait with, there's things that are illegal. So we would be doing like nuts and seeds and berries and things, and peanut butter, right? So stuff that's not typically, it's really not bait. So probably doing that and just exploring and just seeing, because I'm honestly not seeing all those woods. I've heard a lot of sounds in those woods, but I haven't really caught anything visually on film. So I think that's the big thing with the show, and that's something that we definitely want to push. Seeing like different areas we've never been, like uncharted territory, just checking it out and stuff. But yeah, I've got all the survival tools that we need for, you know, self defense and things like that. But I haven't noticed any like danger, you know, being out in those woods. Like I've heard sounds and things like that, but I haven't had it where it was like really bad, you know. Upstate New York, so far, chat looks a little US heavy wink. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you know. No, we do get a lot of people from America watching live streams and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. A lot of people from Australia and the UK, believe it or not, which is really awesome. But yeah, don't worry. The next adventure will be really fun. Hopefully, you guys get a kick out of the celebrities that'll be on the show, and I'm hoping that they want to do more. That's a big thing right now, is bringing people on. Hopefully, they return and they have a good experience and they want to come back and do it. When I first went Bigfoot hunting, I didn't know what to expect. So to me, it was just, I've never done this before, and we'll just see how it goes, see if I like it, see if I don't, because I've just been so preoccupied doing other things. You know what I mean? This whole time, like I was literally just a Randonautica star, and I probably would have done that like till death if it was just, you know, making that like many views and that much money, and I was actually doing it full time, not, you know what I mean, not farting around. But obviously things trend until they don't, and that's another thing that I learned about YouTube, is that things will be popular and then they won't be popular anymore. Thank goodness there's like humor channels, and there's channels where they just do reviews on things, or they talk about wrestling or whatever, right? So 801 Bill says Mothman might be an easy sighting. Go to your porch, set up a couple of trail cameras, and turn on a bright light. I've heard that. What is that, in Pennsylvania? I'm not sure which state that originates from, or where it comes from, and everything like that. Oh, everybody wants to see my tattoos. Yeah, I do have tattoos. I've got a few. I have this one I got when I was 17, I think. So I have a few tattoos. This one, it's kind of big. This one kind of goes up. I have a lot of tattoos. I have like a sleeve. That was the first band I was ever in, and it was called. Let's see if I. I don't know if I can show it off here. It says Jive. Yeah, that was the very first band I was ever in. So that kind of got me into music and stuff. And then this girl drew this, and I ended up getting it tattooed on me. I think it looks like a dream catcher, but it's just a spider web with roses and flowers. That's really all it is. It's not a dream catcher. No, I meant like, so lots of danger, but nothing visual. You know what I mean? Like nothing caught like visually on film because I would be looking, but I'd be freaked out and then run away and like get scared about it and everything. So yeah. Show all of them. Yeah, no, the doll thing was really, really creepy. The few episodes that we have in that, that's I'm honestly petrified of those things. So that moving around, I was just like, I've always had a fear of that too, by the way. It was like a story that I heard when I was young and stuff about dolls, like creepy haunted ones and stuff like that. And I just never could keep going with it. I just no, I don't like hearing about it. I remember having this dream being attacked by one and then waking up and then all of a sudden like I was just hiding out in like one of the back rooms of the house and I'm like either my sister gets rid of all those dolls or I never return to this house again. Like I would run away. I just hit like no. Yeah, for these sleep experiments. Well, I'd kind of be relaxed and stuff like that, and I typically would try to go to bed a little early. Like I just feel tired, and then I would clunk out. But yeah, the conditions were hard. Anytime when you're sleeping outside or you're camping in the woods, it is hard to even be comfortable in the woods, especially laying on the ground, like the dirt and everything. It hurts your back. So I would always wake up and my spine would just be throbbing. Like I don't know how I did it. Send a few dolls to Dan Lee with no return address. Yeah, we'll just send some stuff to Chris Urban and see how he digs it. But anyways, guys, I love being here on the chat today. I do have to get going now, but I hope that you guys still have this chat available. This is the group, the two main guys, so Jay and Trevor, which is Doug and Ricky from the show. I'll just put their website up here. You guys can check them out. They're the celebrity guest stars that will be joining us on the next Bigfoot adventure. So I'll get that for you guys. Hopefully they have a website. I think they do. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, they got a website here. So this is their website, and you guys can check that out. So these are the celebrities that are going to be on the show, guys. So you can check out the website. You can also see episodes of their show. I only want to see you. That's funny. Well, you know, I'm going to be there, but it's just not going to just be me. It's going to be me and someone else, me and other people. You know what I mean? So it'll be great. But yeah, be sure to check out that website. You can meet them, Jay and Trevor, which is Doug and Ricky from the show. On Teletoon. So yeah, I'll see you again next time. And Mandy says hello. She's waving. All right, bye guys.
Tomorrow's her birthday.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, wish me a happy birthday. It's her birthday tomorrow. She's turning 1. Okay. All right, bye for now.